So in this video, we're going to take the time to learn how to rewrite intercept form into standard form. So just to refresh your memories here we have intercept form. An intercept form has that a value out in front, and then we have x inside of parentheses with the opposite number of each of its x-intercepts. Down here we have standard form, and this is where there are no parentheses and it's completely multiplied out. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to take our knowledge of algebra and multiply all of this out from intercept form to turn it into standard form. So there are a couple of different ways that you can approach rewriting intercept form into standard form, but what I like to do is I like to focus on the parenthesis pieces first. So what I'm going to have you do is rewrite this with this coefficient on the outside, and what we're going to do is we're going to multiply out these parenthesis pieces together first. And remember, when we multiply two things contained in parentheses, or two binomials as we see on the screen, we're going to multiply everything in the first parenthesis by everything in the second. So x times x gives me x squared, x times -3 gives me -3x, 4 times x gives me 4x, and 4 times -3 gives me -12. So now if I combined my like terms in there, I have x squared plus 1x minus 12. And once I've multiplied out those two parenthesis pieces, then I just distribute my 2, and I find 2x squared plus 2x minus 24. So here we rewrote our intercept form into standard form by using our knowledge of multiplying binomials together and the distributive property. So one last example here. We're going to put in our -1 because that is really a -1 out in front of those parentheses, and we don't want to forget that at the end. And then from here I'm going to start by multiplying these two parenthesis pieces together. So we take everything in the first parenthesis and we multiply it by everything in the second parenthesis. So we start with x times x, which is x squared, x times 4, which is 4x, -5 times x, which is -5x, and -5 times 4, which is -20. So remember, all of those will eventually need to be multiplied by a -1. If we combine like terms inside the parentheses, we get x squared minus 1x minus 20. And then if we distribute that -1, we end up with y equals -1x squared plus 1x plus 20. And here we've rewritten our intercept form into standard form.